I really do challenge that, I have to tell you.
Maryland's so hot right now.
I totally agree.
I gotta go into Kevin mode.
You.
Oh, don't even pull it out. Don't pull it out.
I'm following
Well,
your lead
that's
because
what
you
most
run the
people
shows.
do.
Called $110.
I am surprised.
You have to be. I mean, you have to be.
New York City, where big money and big dreams are there for the taking. But for everyone who has made his fortune here, countless others have given up or are still trying. Our four pickers have arrived with dreams no more grandiose than making profits on items they buy at the Garage Flea Market in Manhattan, then sell at Ken Farmer Auctions in Radford, Virginia. While John Bruno is a born and bred New Yorker, Bob Richter is the odds-on favorite to win this competition. He's been a regular buyer at the market for almost 2 decades. His long-term relationships with many of the dealers here means he's likely to get better prices than any of his opponents.
Through the years, Tiffany's signature blue box has come to represent the promise of status and value to everybody who sees it. Open the box. Inside you'll find familiar shades of green and white, containing the promise of status yet to come. It's time for each of you to fulfill that promise in the most status-conscious city in the world, New York. Shall we? Look at this.
I didn't know that one was yours.
There you go. Hey. Whoa.
Okay. Oh, we've got teams today.
Oh, we're doing teams. Kevin and John. Cool.
Yay, Bob. We're going to have
How
fun.
much money do we have?
Each team has $500 to buy the target item, which will be chosen by the auctioneer at Ken Farmer Auctions in Virginia.
For the target item this week, we'd like you to find ephemera. Experts in the field would narrowly define it as paper items that were made really for transitory uses. Things that do well typically are photos, diaries, letters, posters advertising events. We look forward to what you're going to bring to auction, and best of luck.
Anything that was never meant to last. Ephemera is like gossamer. It floats away. You see it like smoke, and then it disappears.
The transitory nature of ephemera speaks to one of the biggest challenges of buying and selling antiques. Market value is ever-changing, and pickers who don't stay current are bound to make mistakes. The garage itself is a reminder of a rapidly changing marketplace. Monday through Friday, all these dealers and antiques disappear, and this space returns to being a parking garage.
Bob, you know the market here, so
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm in good hands.
As
All right.
do I.
Ooh.
This is like home turf for us.
Game time in round one will be kept by this iconic clock in New York's Grand Central Terminal. Pickers have just 1 hour to find their target item.
Miller, this is a piece of cake.
You think it's a piece
Good
of cake.
luck.
It's finding good ephemera. Come on, bro.
Their time
Let's go
starts
this way.
now.
It's very interesting. It's the first time I've worked with Kevin in a team situation. Kevin moves 1,000 miles an hour. I move a little bit slower. We should try and walk together. Means you got to slow down.
Yeah.
Kevin wants to see a lot of things at once. I'll focus down on less things and learn more about it. Hold up. Pinups are always collectible.
We know they're here. We know they're here. Let's just scan all the flea markets.
Teaming up Kevin and John is like a science experiment, and science experiments often lead to predictable results. The science, let's say in this case, is animal behaviorism. You don't need a PhD to know that in the animal kingdom, let's say a pack of wolves, for instance, there's only one leader of the pack.
I guess we are both kind of alpha dogs in this because we're both out there hunting in our own way aggressively. Now, comic books are ephemera, but it's got to be the real classic comics.
Did you find anything?
Well, I'm looking at comics, but they're not the real golden age.
On the face of it, John seems like top dog since he himself is an ephemera expert. For the past 12 years, he's been dealing in ephemera and producing shows that are ephemera specific.
Anything that you got transitory, a souvenir, you go to a ball game and you get the program and the ticket, it's the item that most people didn't keep. On top of that, it has to have some historical significance.
1859.
That's my hometown, Long Island.
Kevin runs one of the most successful auction sites online. He may not be an expert in ephemera, but he's no amateur when it comes to being a picker.
You know, I just wonder if that's a reprint in 1859 of an earlier map.
So it's showing the island the way it was in the 1700s.
Right, exactly.
Not the
So it's a
1800s,
restrike
yeah.
of an old map.
And for sure, he's no wallflower when John tries to one-up him.
20th century modern means from 1945 to about 1964.
The mid-20th century, these dates you throw out there drive me nuts.
You know what?
Come on.
What is pretty much accepted as a standard in the industry?
1964? I mean, give me a break.
Kevin says he's willing to let John take the driver's seat this time.
You're like an ephemera man, so I'm gonna use your lead on this.
Let's see how long that lasts.
Yes.
I love the stalagmites and stalactites. This is really cool visually.
I found it. Enchanting Virginia.
This looks like saucy
I want
Virginia.
this.
And this, we got a little bit more age here. This looks like 1920s, 30s. I think it's got great graphics. The Legends of Shenandoah Caverns.
In contrast to Kevin and John's aggressive nose to the grindstone approach, Bob and Miller are a bit more carefree. They're like two kids at the market having a great time.
This is cool, but I think it's a little too obscure.
Oh my gosh, it's Russian. Why would we want a Russian for a Virginia auction house? Oh, don't even pull it out. Don't pull it out. Please don't pull it out.
Well, it's historical. I just think it's, you know.
Don't you think that's depressing?
It is.
South Carolina! I found it! Alabama, Bear Bryant, I love the old bison, Douglas MacArthur, LBJ, Tom Sawyer.
Is Miller pointing out the Southern stamps because she's thinking of sending them to auction? Or are these images sending this Carolina girl on a trip down memory lane?
And this would look really nice framed.
Absolutely. How much would you be asking for this lot?
The whole thing probably $50.
Are you selling them page by page? Is that how it works?
Well, if you like, you can have it, but
Have it for
generally
free?
all together.
We can have it?
Whatever you want.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow! It's like my birthday.
Every day you have a birthday.
That's right.
Hey, why didn't they think of that? If they say it's Miller's birthday, they can keep the party going while they pick.
For her birthday, I do everything.
Yay!
See? Absolutely. Miller,
Thank you.
she's turning 22. Yeah,
Wow! This is exciting.
I know.
Actually, this was quite a bit. Even if you calculate the face value, it is over $50.
We need to just walk a little bit, but I think that we're definitely interested.
Okay.
Can you hold it for us?
I hold this for you on the side.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Tell me what you found. You've been out and about? What have you
Yeah,
found?
I found some stuff over here.
All right, cool.
A soda, lemon lime soda.
See, do you would consider this ephemera?
Absolutely. It's advertising ephemera. Because how many people keep them? You know, these things go up on top of stores, supermarkets,
Right.
gas stations, and they take them down and throw them away.
I got you.
It's
I always
just-
thought of ephemera as paper, but I'm following your lead
that's
because
it.
you
Most
run the
people
shows.
do. Most
so I'm
people
listening
do.
to you.
But Coke, you know, is always collectible, but with Coke, it's condition.
Right.
50s, maybe early 60s.
Yeah, come right out of a storage unit.
Yep.
Asking $300? It's not bad, but
Just moments ago, Kevin told John he's still going to follow his lead. But don't believe it. I think our science experiment is about to reach the boiling point.
I think John's looking to broaden his horizon of what he can buy and kind of adding in a little extra to what the actual definition is. So I'm going to fight not to buy anything that looks like it's meant to hang around for more than a month. You know, a tin sign is meant to hang on a wall for a long time, so.
I love Hot Lips.
Yeah.
Now that would sell, and that's good for Virginia.
Very cool.
What do you think?
Satchmo.
Can we take a look at it, please?
Sure could.
Oh, wow. How neat
Lovely
is
Lucerne and Hot Lips. I think the fact that this is Louis Armstrong is really cool. The condition is incredible. I love taking sheet music and framing it, and I think this would definitely look fantastic in a collector's home. People are looking for condition with things like this, and it's absolutely perfect. I think this is a real option for us. So I'm gonna check in with Ms. Miller and see what she has to say.
Now that's kind of hot too. I like the cowgirl.
1954, Marilyn Monroe.
Really?
That was the cover of
Yeah,
the...
look at the face.
What do you want for this?
It's 40. I could do 40 on that.
40? Okay. Okay, what are we gonna do?
I don't know, Miller. This feels good to me.
I don't know, Maryland's so hot right now.
I totally agree.
I know men who only collect Maryland things.
It's tough. I think that they're both good options.
Now remember, guys, you're limited to just one target item, unless what you buy is only being sold as a set or a pair.
Let's walk around a little bit and think on these two things, because I think we got two hot choices right here.
Okay, it's getting hot in here.
All right.
So where do you want to go? You want to go upstairs?
I think we should go check the other area, yeah, and then we can come back. Take 5 minutes to go look.
Let's go do it.
All right, so out of what are we seeing? What do we like?
I like the Coke sign. So far, the best.
I'm just worried that they're going to reject what we have because they're not going to know that ephemera.
Bounce what we buy.
Well, I've had it happen before, so have you. Keep looking. I'm going to do a little more research.
Go ahead. All right. It's very interesting. Now we're disputing about what's ephemera, and this happens in this industry. To me, I've been running shows that sell ephemera for a lot of years. Anything advertising, anything, even a hard good, a sign, a plaque, we consider ephemera. What are you checking on?
Just researching everything as we go on.
You do that, I'll keep looking.
I just took a quick look on Wikipedia for a definition, and they're saying, you know, it's ephemera. It's something either handwritten or printed, not meant to hang around for very long. Transitory, written and printed material.
Yeah. That sign is so cool. What can you tell me about it?
I know very little except it's from a lodge from the 70s, and I just love everything about it. The snake, the way it's carved out.
Sort of has a Masonic overtone to it. It is Masonic,
Masonic lodge, and just love the way it looks. It's got a great image.
Is it a homemade piece, you think, or?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
I don't know, I'm having a problem. Wikipedia is calling ephemera transitory, written and printed material.
I really do challenge that, I have to tell you, because I've been dealing in ephemera, I've been collecting ephemera for too darn long, and this is true ephemera. It's the sort of thing that hangs on a large wall.
But it hangs there. It's not something that's meant to be thrown away or taken.
But it will be. It's not permanent. Remember, Wikipedia is by people. Right. There's no real experts in that. It's not like a dictionary definition, a Webster. What do you think this is?
I just like it for what it is, actually.
But do you think it's a piece of ephemera?
No.
All right.
It's made of wood. To me, it's made to last much more than a day. If you're talking ephemera, you're talking things meant to last a day or two and to be tossed away.
I was really trying hard not to take sides, but now I think I have to. I agree with Kevin. John's definition is so broad, it's just too inclusive. Virtually nothing lasts forever, including this conversation about ephemera. Talk about integrity, too. Agreeing with Kevin means dealer Robert Skingle just talked himself out of a sale.
Come on.
But here's cool photos.
Kevin is now able to turn their focus back to paper.
Talk to us about the photos, though. This is pretty interesting.
On those two, what's interesting on that particular one, they're actually calling the African American a mascot.
Oh.
Very unusual.
Very unusual indeed.
1900s, somewhere around about there. 350 for the two. But
They're old ones.
I love the calligraphy.
Right.
It's just beautiful.
Where did you get them, and what did they tell you when you got them?
I got them here.
That's excellent.
There you
It's
go.
often the way it works, yes.
Oh, yeah.
They knew nothing about them.
Let's scan quick because we're running out of time. We
Look
don't
how
know
much
what's
we
on
have
the other
left.
side. Not much.
Thank you again.
Thank you, my pleasure.
These have caught my eye, so yeah, we'll see what we find.
Thank you very much.
Cool.
All right, Miller, we're down to 15 minutes. I think we should go get the stamps.
Okay. Wait, who decided on the stamps already? What about hot lips?
See if we can get it for 20. If we can get hot lips for 20,
No, but which one's gonna have more value, hot lips or the stamps?
what's our profit margin? The hot lips, he said 30. I don't know, sheet music would do like $40, $60.
No, it might go for only 15.
Right. And I mean, I think with the stamps, at least there's more. There's
We
girth
got a lot
there.
of substance.
Yes. He came down from 50 to 20, but maybe we could get him down to 10.
Okay, maybe 8?
Maybe. I mean, it's all about profits, right? So
Okay.
let's go.
Let's do it.
Now, here's the deal.
I still got to get over here. I
right,
got to
let's
do a
go.
loop. I got to do a 5-second loop.
All right.
I got to go into Kevin mode right
Go
now.
into Kevin mode.
All right?
Have fun.
Let's go. Ephemera. What do you think of stuff like this?
These are all the tear sheets out of medical
A big giant medical book. They're very cool, but I don't think it's what we want to
Oh,
focus
it's not
on
what we're
right
really
now.
focusing on, no.
Right. Hey, how about a fracture?
What's the age on that?
1841.
1841. Wow.
It's one of the hand-colored ones. It's out of like probably a big Bible or something, but it's got damage, you know?
That's going to kill it.
I know it's going to hurt it. Still not a ton of time, but
Anything athletic, men's athletic teams.
1911, 1912. Hey, listen, we got to make a decision pretty quickly.
All right, so we both like the black and white photos. It's just a matter of what can we get from them. What kind of price do we have to get them down to
Well,
to get a
the part
profit on it?
is they're Southern They are Southern.
Hi again.
Hi. The birthday girl's back.
So what can I do for you?
Well, you were gonna sell her the set of those stamps.
What do you think?
Whole thing for $15.
Oh, 15?
Yes.
If we could do it for 10.
We make it 10.
Oh,
All
thank
right,
you.
deal. She's old enough to drive now. Joe, thank you so much. Pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe.
You're welcome.
Miller and Bob are the first to make their target round purchase, but bringing stamps to a general sale rather than one geared specifically for stamp collectors could be a mistake, even if Miller and Bob don't think so.
We got it for $10. $10, and he had 90 on it. But we're taking down the Brunos.
We're taking down the Brunos.
Done.
Easy.
Done.
So we are selling these as the pair.
As a pair.
Two photos right here.
2 photos.
There's the price. Together
Yeah.
for history alone.
For the history alone, I agree. Never bust up a set or a pair or anything like that.
It's just great images and
And it's the same people in both photos, just different views.
Yep.
Where can you go on these? Seriously. Real price, cash money, take it off your hands. You bought it here, you sell it here, you're
Isn't
out
that
of it,
good? Yeah.
and we're happy.
rock bottom 280.
We're not close,
Not
unfortunately.
close.
Can't do $100 a piece on them? $200 for the
I'd
pair?
like to do a deuce. A hard deuce, and we're out of here.
250.
I got an idea. How about 2?
How about 2? 2 would work really, really well.
2 again?
2 would do.
2 will do?
How's that? You didn't even know it was coming.
2 will do. All right. You're a good man.
He's
All
got the
right.
money, though. You got to cough it over.
Thanks again.
Okay.
We got to fly.
Good deal, man.
Good.
We got it
I'm
done.
happy. Oh, yeah.
Now the pickers will assess each other's items to determine if they fulfill the target assignment, ephemera. The pickers can reject any item for whatever reason they choose. Wrong or right, majority rules.
Let's see
Should we
it.
show them?
Check them out. These are Civil War era. We're not sure if they're exactly from the Civil War, post, whatever, but they're photographs, Southern photographs, too, right around the Virginia area, Kentucky.
Wow.
And it's Black Americana, too, and they have
Wow.
This is an old gelatin print.
silver gelatin
I'm looking to
photographs.
see if it's silver gelatin.
What I like about them more than anything else, the fact that they aren't Black Americana, I would bet that the writing that we see at the bottom is from the period.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Probably from the artist himself, the
Absolutely.
photographer, identifying the picture. And you can't get better than that.
Okay, no, I can tell. It's a nice silver gelatin piece.
You
It
all right
wasn't
with
a
it?
mass-produced photograph.
No.
Do we get a thumbs up?
Oh, yeah.
All right, we got a
thumbs
thumbs
up.
up. We're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Let's put ours to bed and let's see what they got.
Yeah, go ahead and
This
grab
better
it.
be a big reveal.
Da-da-da.
What, you bring your office work? How you gonna make money on office work?
Woo.
Stamps.
Oh,
Stamps.
numerous. Look at that, Andrew
There's
Jackson.
a lot of really interesting stamps in here.
Can I just ask you something? Did you look up the actual
Yeah.
definition of ephemera? It explicitly says stamps and currency are not
They look
considered
nice
ephemera.
little Southern stamp.
No, we
It
did,
explicitly
but-
says that stamps are not considered ephemera under ephemera.
Come on, Kevin, you're not a walking
Well,
dictionary.
Kevin was looking it all up.
Well, I'm
He was
just
checking
telling you.
stuff
I'm,
for
just,
us.
I'm
We
not
were
quite sure you
absolutely-
filled the challenge, to be honest with you.
There's
Stamps are
stamps that
ephemera.
are made into a book, which makes it ephemera.
Oh,
it's
really?
not stamp on its own. It's not like we're
Wait,
handing
wait,
you
wait
one
a second.
stamp.
I'm only kidding. You guys are easy.
I'm like, he's playing us.
Definitely ephemera. It's not meant to hang around for a long time, a stamp, that's for
it's
sure. So.
You.
Right. Oh,
get a
yeah,
thumbs
you got a
up?
thumbs up. Right.
Grudgingly.
You did well.
You've seen this historic clock. Now let's hear more about it.
I'm George Monasterio, Chief Architect of Metro North Railroad. Grand Central Terminal opened February of 1913. The clock is original to the building. It was designed by Seth Thomas. It's a four-sided clock, approximately 5 feet tall by 3 feet wide. It's made of brass and glass sides. The numbers are hand-painted. 3 sides of the face are original. The north face was replaced in the 90s because a bullet had struck it in the early 80s. On top of the clock is an acorn. The representation of the acorn is from a small acorn will grow a mighty oak. It's rumored that the clock is worth $20 million, but a clock of this nature is really priceless.
Time for the bonus round. The pickers are on their way to meet Connecticut dealer Dennis Robita. Dennis calls himself a broad-range dealer who sells sculpture, art, and unusual items. He's about to show them an antique weather vane.
What do you got here for us?
What we have here is a Jonathan Howard rooster weather vane, probably made around 1865. This entire body is zinc. The tail, the comb, the wattle, and the claws are copper. When I first acquired this vane, it had multiple coats of wax on it. So a restorer has recently taken off the wax, and this is going to be outside for a few months, and this zinc is going to turn a more bluish gray color.
Gray, yeah.
And the tail, the comb, the wattle, and the claws, which are copper, are going to turn a bluish green.
And that's by leaving it outside?
Yes, the elements will make
Love
it
that.
turn. In a few months, it's going to get back to the way it should be.
Well, Dennis, what's the challenge today?
When this weather vane was manufactured, they put something inside of it for good luck and also for a date to signify when it was made. During the 19th century, what did weather vane manufacturers often seal inside of these vanes? That's the question. You must answer it.
I'll go first.
You're gonna go first?
You're gonna go first?
Oh, good.
Skedaddle.
All right.
I think you said it was for the date and for luck.
Yes, I did.
So I'm gonna say a penny.
Okay.
She doesn't look too confident.
No,
That's
she
not
doesn't.
Good.
Okay, can I guess two things?
No, you can't.
I can't decide. I think it's either sawdust or bullets. I'll go with bullets.
All right. Let's see.
Okay, Kevin.
All right, I'm gonna say a coin.
You have to be a little more specific.
I'm gonna say a penny.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. I think they put a current coin.
Maybe more specific, though.
Probably a silver coin, a silver dollar.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Silver dollar, cool.
Okay, man.
Good. Interesting.
How'd we do?
The correct answer is a penny.
Sweet. I got it.
And the pickers who got it correct are Bob and Kevin.
A penny.
Way to go.
Not a silver dollar.
Oh, that's too ritzy.
Hey,
Oh, penny.
Are you going to admit to what you said, Miller?
What you said,
What'd
Miller?
you say? Go ahead, Miller.
I said it's either sawdust or a bullet.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Sawdust or
That's cool.
bullet.
So what did we win? What did we end up winning for this challenge
You
here?
lucky guys each won $50 for your next auction profit. Cool.
That's cool. Okay, thank
Right
you.
on, man.
That's awesome.
Thank you. Before you guys go, though, there's another bonus round after you guys are done doing your purchases this afternoon. I'm going to have another question for you relating to this
Oh,
weather
really?
vane.
All right, so how does this work?
First come, first serve.
So it gives us the incentive to get our purchases done.
Done.
Quickly and get
Come
into
back.
it.
Wow.
Come back and we'll find out what it is.
You guys again. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Our pickers are about to begin our untimed round of buying Shop Till You Stop. They each have a budget of $1,000 that can be used to buy one or two items, but no more than that. The round begins now.
I'm from New York. This is my home turf, born and raised here, so my pride's really on the line here. I gotta make this happen. So I'm really gonna have to look and find just the right thing to sell in Virginia. This is gonna be interesting.
Being back in New York often makes John nostalgic for his youth. And when he gets misty-eyed for his days of living in a Brooklyn brownstone, he's easily swayed to buy something that reminds him of his childhood.
Growing up in Brooklyn, all the candy stores had that display rack of Curtis candy. I grew up in an old home in Brooklyn, and we had these.
Here at the garage, it seems as if John once again is wearing his heart on his sleeve.
Is that a flubba-dub?
Yeah.
You bring back my childhood. Fabulous. You grew up watching this too, right?
You bet.
Oh, yeah. Remember the whole Howdy Doody song?
Howdy Doody may sound as if John is saying hello to another commode, but fear not, he definitely isn't.
It's sold.
You're telling me it's sold?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Oh, bummer. I absolutely love the doll. Early celluloid Maharaja doll. It just has all the history of mysticism and the carnies and the sideshows. The doll market's pretty interesting. It's one of the few areas of antiques that have stayed fairly stable. And the things that always stay and really make the money over time are vintage celluloid, any of the China dolls, and something with great costuming. I gotta learn more about this doll. Come on up here and tell me about it. Can we take this in?
Yeah, sure, feel free.
What kind of time frame do you think?
20s, 30s.
1920s, 30s, yeah.
Definitely Japanese. But I bought it from a man who got it in India. So, I mean, it was for the Indian market.
Oh, so he's kind of gotten around.
Yes.
From Japan to
Yeah.
India. I just love the way it looks.
While some pickers find condition to be the most crucial factor when deciding to buy something to flip,
This is a really nice deco lamp from the 1920s, but unfortunately, it's cracked. If I'm gonna buy a lamp to send to auction, it's gotta be perfect.
for John, it seems less important.
I don't mind a little threadbare and a little wear and tear and the silk having a bit of dry rot as long as from the period, came with the doll, somebody hasn't dressed it later. What's the real money you could do on that?
Like 120.
Oh, I'm thinking taking 100 in, but I think I want to look around a little bit. I'm not 100% sure the goggles are authentic, but it's pretty darn cool. I got to tell you, it really makes it look swell. Got a cool litho of Grand Central Depot, later became Terminal, 1872. A lot of people make the mistake of calling it Grand Central Station. Grand Central Station is the post office in New York. Grand Central Terminal, or then Depot, is the railroad station. So don't confuse those two, whatever you do.
I hate to break it to you, John, but that train has already left the station, or the terminal. See, most New Yorkers do call it Grand Central Station, but relax. The majority get to where they're going without hitching a ride with the postman. While the train terminal is a New York City icon on a national level, it has less landmark status than, say, the Empire State Building or Statue of Liberty. Bidders in Virginia are unlikely to share John's hometown attachment to this etching, although he thinks otherwise.
Farmers Auctions tends to deal in better quality vintage and antique memorabilia. So this is the sort of thing, even though it's New York and that's down in Virginia, it still speaks of an era. We have a couple of things here. Make sure nothing has been cut out when it's been put into the frame, and it doesn't seem to be, because I can see the end line here, which is the original end line. Is it going to be huge bucks? No. But providing what sort of price you can actually purchase it, it's the sort of thing that should be of interest to people down in that region. All right. Oh, man, check out the accordion. Ah, we have the ballet. We have the accordion. All I need is a vine and a woman, and then I am a happy man. My first wife played accordion, Dottie, and she played it darn well. They're works of art. This is another item I think will work at Ken Farmer's auction down in Virginia. If you look through some of his old auction catalogs, you see an awful lot of vintage musical instruments, and I saw a number of vintage accordions.
John's ready to make a deal on both items, but he finds out the dealer is a bit camera shy.
The gentleman who owns this and the lithograph chooses not to do the negotiation on camera, so I'm going to excuse myself while I go and talk with my friend and see just what we could do on this.
John and the dealer were able to strike a deal. Now it's time to pay up. How much would you have paid?
20, 40, 60, 80, 100.
Okay, $100. That's not too... Wait a minute, he's not done.
40, 60, 80, 200.
$200. Well, that's...
20, 40, and 50.
$250. $190 for the accordion, $60 for the lithograph.
Keep buying heavy things. Silly me.
John is the first to finish the Shop Do You Stop round, which means he gets first dibs at the second bonus round question.
You're going to get $25 towards your auction profit.
Oh, cool.
If you can
If I get it right.
That's
all
correct.
right.
I have 3 pennies here.
Yeah.
A 2005 penny, a 1943 penny, and an 1862 penny. Which penny is made of the same 2 elements as this weather vane?
There was zinc and copper in this, I believe. So I don't think it's the new one. And this was 1862. 1862. And this is during World War II.
1943.
Well, my instincts are telling me this one.
I'm sorry to say you're wrong, John.
Oh, bummer.
Holy moly! Oh my gosh! You think it was a medicine chest? Or just to put doodads? Now take a hanky break.
Sometimes it sounds as if Bob is still living in Mayberry.
She's looking very sassafras. It's bigger than a bread box. Skedaddle.
All right.
Bob's Mayberry was actually Allentown, Pennsylvania, whose economic hardships, made famous by Billy Joel, never robbed him of his G. Willikers view of the world. Bob's wide-eyed innocence remains mostly intact, even though he moved to New York more than 20 years ago.
Hey, Angelo, how are you?
His home in the big city is actually just a few blocks away from the garage flea market. The cliche still applies. You can take Bob out of the small town, but you can't take the small town out of Bob.
Hey, we're going four-wheeling later! Bye!
After 20 years in New York, the big city has found its way into Bob as well. Well, maybe not Bob as much as his apartment, which is filled with garage flea market purchases.
I spend more time with these people than I do with my own biological family, much to my mother's chagrin. But I'm here every Saturday and Sunday. This is my hometown market, and many of these people are like family to me. How's it going, Dennis?
Good. What, are they back already?
One of the things I love that I've found from you before is primitives, and you have things that definitely would do well. I'm buying for Virginia.
The interesting is that rake. I've never seen a rake like that before. That's either a child's rake or a salesman's sample. I got this out of a house in Wellfleet, Massachusetts. I've known of this for 45 years. And judging by the patina that is on this and the oxidation, I would say it was at least 45 years old prior to myself first seeing it. So I would guess it's 80 or 90 years old.
And this you wanted 40, you said?
45.
Okay.
40 for you.
I was hoping it would be 20 for me, considering I bought so much from you over the years.
How about if we split the difference? I'll sell it to you for $30.
I don't know. I think it's really got appeal to, like, hang on a wall, like, somewhere. The lines here are really cool.
$25, Bob.
20, and we'll do it. How's that?
All right.
All right, 20 bucks. You got a deal. Thank you.
He's a good guy. I like him. He's got a great personality. So I like giving him a deal.
This is as good a time as any to remind Bob that working his garage dealer buddies for their best prices is only one part of a winning strategy.
I'm looking for my friend Travis, who I've bought a lot of things from over the years. I could do 400 on it. And that's, you know, that's
probably about what I paid for it.
But all the things I bought from you over the years?
All right, I'll do it for you.
All right.
You're such a nice guy.
We're gonna take it, yeah.
Travis gave you a great discount on his original asking price, but that vase still tanked at auction.
And sold for $90 to bidder $9,000.
You got a long way to make up.
Remember, Bob, there's no substitute for making a smart buy. That's the only way you'll rake in those profits.
May I say that you look fetching? Good to see you. So, Alan, I was calculating, I think I've known you for about 20 years at this point. Hi, Otto.
How are you?
Good, how you doing?
Otto Ramirez, who specializes in folk art along with English and American arts, is one of the many dealers who has a long history with Bob as a buyer.
He's a great guy, a good customer, so...
What can you tell me about this lady here?
Well,
She's
it's
pretty
not
fantastic.
signed. It's probably about 1910, I would think.
It's good in all the right places. And she's a lady with very large feet, if I do say so.
Very large feet, yeah.
What are you asking for her?
$395.
It's probably a little more than I need to spend today.
Right.
I think this is really cool.
I came out of a barn in Binghamton, New York.
Wow.
And you can see even the early repairs.
The fact that things were made to last, and when they broke, somebody did that is pretty spectacular.
It's a flax winder.
Well, I'll be. A flax winder, also called a flax spinning wheel, seems like the perfect buy for someone whose home away from home was his grandmother's farm.
A flax winder?
Yeah, like a flax wheel. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it appears we may have overestimated just how much flax Grandma had on her farm.
So interesting.
Definitely 19th century, 1880, somewhere in there.
What would be your best?
I'll do 100 for you, because we've done business several times. So.
Could we do 60?
I'll do like 85. That's like cutting it to the bone, but maybe giving somebody room to make something on it.
Any chance we could get to 70?
75, I'll spread it with
75, you got yourself a deal.
Thank you very much, Robert.
Thank you, I really appreciate it, Otto. You're the best. Hey, Dennis, ready for my next challenge.
Very good. I have 3 pennies here, 2005, a 1943, and an 1862. Which of these pennies is made of the same 2 elements as this Howard weather vane?
Well, I believe that you said that it was made of copper and zinc earlier.
Yes, I did.
This one.
I'm sorry, Bob, you're wrong.
Oh, darn. All right.
People that you know that have dealt with you before are always more willing to deal with you. That's what it's all about, networking. It's all about making relationships.
Are you from Boston?
I'm from Rhode Island.
Oh, I heard.
They're two, yeah, your R is very R, and ours is just one of them extra letters you really don't need. When you become friends with somebody, they're always going to give you a better price than the next guy.
3,500.
That's it. And even if you can stir up relationships within a couple minutes, you'd be surprised that you can get 20, 25% knocked right off a price.
With that in mind, Kevin returns to Dennis Robita's booth to get a closer look at a painting he spotted during the bonus round.
I'm gonna come look at your booth. The whole time I was looking at this rooster before, I was kind of drawn to this painting. I'm drawn to it for many reasons. One, it's got a female in the middle. Really good looking. I mean, it's kind of pleasing to a lot of people. It's nicely framed. The colors are wonderful. I mean, this is really good for what it is.
It has information on the back.
Yeah, it is. It's very cool. It's a beautiful painting.
When she left her country, she joined the Polish underground and eventually ended up in a Nazi prison. Then she became an artist. Upon arriving in New York, Tasca Gallery gave her a one-man show at its Madison Avenue Gallery in New York.
No listing on her, but she's got interesting information, which at auction, as you know, can sometimes drive the price of something. What are you asking for this?
$150. And actually, my son's girlfriend really likes this painting.
Really?
She saw it in my house, so if I don't sell it, I was going to give it to her as a Christmas gift.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to sell it immediately. I have not. And
well, how about if I made you an offer on it? Would you want to sell it then, maybe for $100?
So we'll do it.
All right, cool. So $100?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right, man.
You would think Dennis needed to get his full asking price of $150 in order to renege on making this painting a gift to his son's girlfriend. So why is he willing to reduce his price by more than 30% and sell it to Kevin, who's someone he just met?
Kevin, when we saw each other here, we immediately recognized one another because we're competitors at New England auctions.
Aha, the plot thickens. Don't confuse Kevin's relationship with Dennis and Bob's relationship with him just because both pickers got excellent discounts. As a regular customer, Bob is good for his business, whereas Kevin can hurt this dealer's business, and vice versa, if they end up bidding against each other at the same auction. A deal between direct competitors lends truth to the adage about keeping your friends close and your enemies closer.
Yeah. So when you come to Gustav's, you're right in my backyard.
When you come to Winter's, you're right in my backyard. I wish you luck.
Thank you.
I like repeat customers.
Buying art at a flea market can be a tricky business.
See, there's a painting over here I saw I want to take a look at, just quick.
It looks as if buying one painting has emboldened Kevin to double down and buy another.
Look, this is a Robert Wesson painting. He's a New England artist. Typical New England scene, that's what he does. Get the barn, get the foliage. It's all nice frame. It's a mid-20th century painting. It's original as can be, untouched, and it's been hiding over here.
He listed it.
Yeah?
His price is between 900 to 2,500.
And what are you asking for it?
This here flea market, I only ask 350.
Looks like Kevin just made one of those finds every picker hopes for.
I pay 3 times in the gallery. Flea market is not junk market. We do have good stuff here.
You do have great stuff here.
Yeah.
Kevin is able to research past auction sales results and finds that just 3 weeks earlier, a Robert Wesson painting sold at a Massachusetts auction house for $1,000.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Can I make an offer on the painting?
Yeah, make it off.
A deuce. A deuce.
$200?
2 bills. Cash.
Yes, cash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You take it?
Yeah.
I buy it off.
While this New England artist's idyllic landscapes have a history of selling well at auction, most of his recent best sales have been in the Northeast. That means Kevin shouldn't be overconfident. A Wesson painting that sold in Washington, D.C. got half the price it got in Boston, and D.C. is close enough to Virginia to be a warning that regionalism could be a key factor when selling this artist at Ken Farmer's auction.
He's a New England artist.
Yeah.
He lists, just like you said.
Yeah, he listed.
Hundreds of dollars to a couple $1,000 for his autumn
yeah.
scenes.
Beautiful.
So I'm going to take this and I'm going to send it to auction. I'm going to see what we can do.
Since John and Bob both got the second bonus question wrong, Kevin still has a chance.
I have 3 pennies here. A modern penny, 2005, a 1943 penny, and an 1862 penny. Which of these pennies has the same 2 elements as this Howard weather vane?
Oh, this one.
You got it right. Congratulations.
It's got the zinc and copper, right?
You got it.
Absolutely.
This is copper and nickel,
Okay.
1862.
Yeah.
1943 is steel and zinc. So for your
25, I
auction
got
profit,
$75 today. Toward my auction profits. So I did golden today already. I'm already up.
That's cool.
And no one else can answer it. It's done.
I'm looking for antique dolls. I know that always does well at Ken Farmer's.
Miller may think she's making a strictly pragmatic choice, but her decision to hunt for dolls is in part an emotional one. No different from many young women who spent hours playing dress-up and make-believe with their dolls, Miller has a sentimental attachment to this category of collectibles.
The Little Women are right here. This is Joe.
Right. This one's Beth.
Poor Beth dies. And I see Midge. I played with Midge. My sister was Midge, and I got Barbie because my sister's a redhead. What fun. It takes me back in time. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, tell me about this Heinrich handwork doll.
This is a sleeping guy.
See how the eyes are weighted? And it's a nice biscuit. It's got the original hair. You know how you can tell it's handwork? You look right there. And this is a German maker. The German dolls and the French dolls are highly collected, and they do well at Farmer's Auction House. How much is it, Isaac?
390 is the tag price.
It's a retail price.
No, the retail price is 1,200.
Oh my goodness. At $390, I won't make a profit at all. So I'm gonna keep looking. The silver consistently does well at Ken Farmer's, as well as jewelry. Or maybe an old pocket watch, if I'm lucky. Are these pocket watches old?
Look at this, it's very old. Like this, you see K1, it's I need to wine.
But is this electric plate?
No, silver, all sterling.
It has all 4 marks, the lion, Birmingham, the year is H, and then it has the maker's mark right here.
150.
150?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna keep that in mind. 150? I'll think about it, thank you. How much for this Tiffany watch right here?
Well, I'm asking 350. I do better. I do like 300.
It seems to be working. Do you think is it?
Yeah, working.
So how much would you work with me on this piece?
Maybe 250. Because I make only maybe $10 to $20 in this.
Let me think about this one.
Don't think too much.
Tiffany always does well because of the name value, but I've gotten burned with Tiffany before.
Sold for $550.
Ken Farmer's Auction House, I don't think that it brings in the high-end collectors, so therefore I'd rather go for that sterling pocket watch over there for $150.
Miller won't be able to bypass the Tiffany name forever. We'll soon find out whether she may be better off safe than sorry, or playing it safe is gonna make her sorry at auction.
Hello, I'm back.
You wanna buy?
Oh, I'm gonna buy. I'm a serious buyer.
Oh, I like this dial. Look at this.
I don't think people are gonna like that dial. I think it's too diminutive in size.
Let's K1.
The key, I think it's so interesting.
Yeah.
What year do you think this is?
1890, 120 years old.
It's sterling?
Yeah.
How about just 100 for this one?
For silver, I can sell 140.
How about 110?
No, I like make money.
Who doesn't? That's what we're
All
all
right,
in
the
it
best.
for.
125, the best.
You got a deal. Thank you.
You bring us to bankruptcy. What are you doing?
Okay, thank you. Hi. Can you tell me about this piece?
It's a baby stroller. It's Victorian.
It's in good condition.
It's in very good condition,
Do
yes.
you think this was hand carved or was this mass produced?
It was probably hand carved.
And this tilts back?
That tilts back.
Oh my goodness, the detail that went into this. I do think it's original, the way you see that this is worn, but this is in such good condition, it's hard to believe. And what are you asking for this?
300.
You wouldn't even talk 125.
Ooh, that's right. That's pretty low, yeah.
Oh.
Maybe if we came to like 250.
Oh, no, I can't do it. What about 175?
190. 190 is my final.
Now tell me about this.
It's a small, like, dollhouse cupboard, you know.
I wish the glass wasn't broken here.
I don't know, with that broken painted glass.
Oh, come on, guys.
Is this your buddy?
Yeah, he's on my team.
I thought we were
You
friends.
gotta jack up that price.
Bob, time's up. See, but you know, he's
Yeah,
just
so
talking
just
out of his
be
mouth.
165, I'm gonna keep.
Done.
Okay, sure.
Thank you, Sibo.
Bob's playful attempt to sabotage his competition ends up working in Miller's favor. By infusing some humor into the situation, he lightens up the mood, and that helps the dealer soften up his bottom line.
190. 190 is my final.
You're a good guy, Sibo.
Okay, my dear.
Thank you.
Enjoy it.
Let's review all the items and what the pickers spent. Here are Bob's lots: a set of United States postage stamps, a child's wooden rake, and a wooden flax winder. Miller's lots are comprised of a set of United States postage stamps, a wicker doll carriage, and a silver key-wound pocket watch. John's lots include 2 silver gelatin military photographs, a 19th century woodcut of Grand Central Depot, and an accordiana by Excelsior Accordion. Kevin's lots consist of 2 silver gelatin military photographs, a Robert Wesson oil on canvas, and a Maria Ginter oil on board. Now it's on to Radford, Virginia, where all of their items will be sold at Ken Farmer Auctions. The auction house is filling up with bidders from the New River Valley and surrounding areas, and they include dealers trying to buy low to flip these antiques. Others are collectors who may be inclined to spend more for what they really want. Watching the bidding from behind the scenes will be all 4 of our pickers, but before they do any of them have buyer's remorse? Or do they think any of their opponents should have buyer's remorse? Let's find out.
The Maria Ginter, she's not a listed artist. I just thought it was a really cool
It's
piece.
very cool.
And the other one's by Wesson.
Looks like a nice farm scene.
Yeah, it is. It's nice. And the listing on the artist is big, anywhere from $6,000 to $2,000 for paintings of that sort. So
I just don't see why somebody's going to jump over a rake.
Well, that's a primitive dance. They jump over the rake. It's
took a shot with that.
Gorgeous, yeah.
Gorgeous?
type thing.
Gorgeous.
That's my image again, farmer.
Nobody's talking about the stamps.
These stamps are in mint condition.
And at $10, you almost got paid to buy them. Good deal.
Exactly.
Let's see what happens.
Let's do it indeed.
All right, this is the moment we've been waiting for. Remember, as the winner of this flea market's first bonus round, Bob is starting off with a $50 profit. And as the winner of both bonus rounds, Kevin has $75 in the black. All right, here we go.
U.S. stamps, you get the whole lot.
Get the whole
Ooh, a
lot.
$10 bid, give it a 10. Give it a 10, give it a 10, give it a 10, give it a 10, give it a 10. $10 bid, give it a 10, give it a 10, give it a 10. 10, sir. Now,
Mercy bid from the kid.
$15 bid, $15 bid, $15 bid, $15 bid, $15. $15 bid, $15. Are we done at 10? Anybody bid $15 bid, $15?
Gosh.
Sold $10. Number.
Oh,
Miller.
It's called a goose egg. Here we go.
2 military photographs. 50 to go, 50 to go, $50 bid, $50 bid, $50. Now 60 to go, bid, $60. $100 bid, $60 bid, $60. $100 bid, $60. $100 bid, $60. 50 I have. Need 60 to go. Anybody bid, 60.
Come on.
60. Now 70.
Let's go.
Now 80. Now 90. Now 100.
Oh my goodness.
$100
Keep it going.
$90. Now $100 bid, 100. 90 bid, 100. $100 bid, 100.
He's pushing.
$100 bid, 100. Now 110 to go. Now 120. 120 bid, 120, 110 bid, 120 go. 110. Are we done? Anybody 120 go, bid, 120. Sold $110.
Oh, are you kidding me?
I really thought they would have did better than
Are
that.
you kidding me?
I don't get it.
Neither do I.
Miller's smiling. What do you want to say about
No,
their
I
pictures?
just think you overpaid when the condition wasn't there.
It is very possible that when we were looking at this, we both fell on the societal statement that it made. And it is perhaps true that we put a little bit more emphasis onto that than we should have. But let's see who's next.
On the oil, on the autumn scene. 1.5, go bid, 1.5, half bid, 1.5. Bid, 1.5, go bid, 1.5, half bid, 1.5, bid, 1.5. $100 bill then. 100, go bid, 100, bid, 100. You get the frame too. $100 bid, 100. Bid, $100 bid, 100. Bid, $100. $80. $70.
I'm so surprised.
$60.
By a listed artist, ladies and gentlemen.
Well listed. Typical work of the artist.
Now 80. Now 90. Back to you. $90 bid, go 90. 80. Now 90 to go bid, 90. $90 go bid, 90. Now $100 bill. 100. $100 bid, 100. Now 110.
That pays for the frame. 110.
Well, I was going to say, we've sold frames for more now.
Oh.
Yeah, really?
110 to go bid, 110.
Well, they're helping you out.
Sold $100 to 902.
I don't even know what to
I'm
say.
shocked.
No, really,
My heart
I'm
was
surprised
pounding at that one.
Pretty neat woodcut. Grand Central. 100 to go, $100 bid to go 100, even $100 bid to one, even $100 bid to one, even $100, $80 in, $80 bid to 80, 70, well $50 bid to go 50.
Come on, kids.
$50 bid to 50. They have this big train station in New York City. $50 bid to 50, $50.
He's racking on his own crowd.
30, now 40, 40, now 50, $50 bid to 50, now 60, now 70, $70 bid to 70. Got 60 back here, bid to $70 bid to 70. Sold $60, 8, 9.
Broke even.
The idea is to make money.
It's the key wound pocket watch. 30 to go, 30, to go to 30, to go to 30, now 40 to go, bid to 40. He'd be 40, 40, now 50, now 60, now 70, $70 bid to go, now $80 bid to go, 80, now $90 bill. Back to you, bid to 90. Got 80 up front, need 90 to go. 80 now, $90 bid to 90. Sold $80.
Oh, this is good. Watch the flax spinner.
The flax spinner, 192.
Give me a break. We make money on this one.
$30 in, 30 to go, 30 to 30, now $40 bid to go 40. Who'd bid a $40 bid to 40? Who'd bid a $40 bid to 40? Who'd bid a 40? All I got's $30.
Come on.
What are you spinning your flax on at home now? I got 30 now.
You tell him.
$40 bid to 40, who'd bid a $40 bid to go 40, 30 to 40. I got 30 down here. Need 40 to go. $40. Sold $30 to 913.
We all got punked.
Wow.
Look at us.
We didn't get punked.
We got punked. Come on.
No, I told you whether your train piece wasn't going to do well.
How about my painting?
I don't know what to say about your painting. I'm shocked.
That's atypical for the type of scenes that artist sells all the time. With 50 different paintings I've sold at auction houses all over the United States. None of them less than $300 or $400.
I am surprised.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be. I mean, you have to be. I mean, signed correctly like you should. Everything correct. Nothing not correct about it. Just a terrible result in my mind. I mean, just,
yeah, and as much as we'd like to wrap this all up with a bow, there's no formula for every single auction and every single transaction. It just doesn't work that way.
There's no secret to it. There really isn't.
It's our last group. Let's see what we got going here.
All right.
The child's wooden rake. We've outlawed child labor, haven't we? 50 with rakes, $50 bid, $50 bid, $50 bid, $50 bid, $50 bid, $50 bid, $50. Well, $30 in, 30 on the rake and go, $30, go 30, now 40, $40 bid, go 40, 40, now 50 to go, 50, now 60 to go, $60 bid, $60, now 70, now $80 bid, $80.
Whoa. Yes, I knew it.
I got 70 down here, need 80 to go. 70, are we done? Anybody with $80 bid, 80. Sold $70, 881.
What do you got to say now, Miller?
Wow.
The accordion. Everybody needs one of these. 50, now 60 to go. $60 bid, $60, hit a bit of $60 bid, $60, hit a bit of $60, now 70 to go, bid, $70, hit a $70 bid, $70, 70 to go, now $80 bid to go, 80. Bid, $80, now $90 bid, $90, get $90 bid, $90, now $100 bill, 100 to go. $100 bid to go, 100 on the accordion. 100, if you have little kids, it's a gift that keeps on giving. 90 to 100, 90 we're done, $100 bid to 100. Sold $90 to the internet. The wicker doll carriage. 100 to go, $100 to one, even $100 bid to go one, even $100 bid to 100, even $100 bid to one, even $100 bid to one. Oh, $50 in, 50, go to 50, 50, now 60, now 70, back to you, now 80. Your turn, Kelly, $80 bid to go 80, 70, now $80 bid to 80, need $80, yes, $80 bid to 80, $80, 80, now
19th century.
Now 100, 90 bid, $100 bid to go 100, 90 bid done, $100 bid to go 1. Sold $90, number 919. Really interesting oil on board.
Look at all the faces around it.
100 to go, $100 bid to go 100, even $100 to one, even $100 bid to one, even $100 bid to one, even $100. It looks like something that could be really, really valuable, doesn't it? 100 to go, 100 to go.
Looks like it could. Doesn't appear to be, right?
Now 60, now 70, now 80, now 90, 100. $100 bid to 100. $100 bid to 100, now 110, 120, 120 bid to 120, now 130, 130 hit 130, now 140, hit 140, go now 1.5, 160, 170, 180, 190, 200, 2 1/4, 2 1/2, 275, 275. I got 2.5 bid to 275, 250 bid to 275.
Who's this artist?
Don't put me down, I forget the name.
Sold $250 to 963.
And the winner is Kevin Bruno.
Decorative and cool cells.
Right. Decorative and cool cells.
My hometown did me well. It was my vision of Virginia that did me in. Apparently, the flax market is down.
I thought I'd make more money on the Wesson and less on that kind of mid-century mod one, and it worked the other way, but hey, I'll take it.
I bought 2 photographs of a military officer. I am a collector of military memorabilia, and what I like about the photograph, not only is it a very good photograph of military history, it also identifies everybody in the picture.
Sold $110, 906.
I think the picture that I purchased was at a fair price for 2 of them. Without anyone identified, I probably would not have paid that for those 2 photographs. The fun is researching it, finding out who they were, what they did they do something different.
Today I purchased a mid-century modern painting. You can look at it and interpret it in your own way. I like that kind of thing. I saw it online. It was one of the pieces that I was very interested in. My power went out, and so I didn't check the time, but I was late, and I sat down, and 5 or 10 minutes, they were holding up the painting, and I didn't get to preview it. So I jumped up with my bidder's card.
Sold $250 to 963.
And won it.